I get people asking me to play their deck list all the time. So what I wanted to do was create a new series here on the channel. Once a week, I'm going to be taking a look at lists posted in my Discord, link in the description for you guys to join. And I'm going to take either the best or most fun list I see there for the week and make a video out of it. So today I have a super fun deck. It is a Turbo Chatot deck. You literally just cycle through your entire deck within a few turns. It is very fun. This is courtesy of Lights, however you say your name. I can tell you how to spell it, but I don't know how to say it. So shout out him. This deck is a lot of fun. Let's get over it. Let's take a look at the list. And if you guys are enjoying the content, please be sure to subscribe. I have a ton of you that consistently return to the channel, but have yet to hit that subscribe button. So if that sounds like you, maybe consider it. I would really appreciate it. Okay, here is the mentioned list. We are pairing it with Gyarados. Gyarados seems to be the best way to run these Turbo Chatot decks because Gyarados just wants to see that Misty as soon as possible, and with Chatot and all the thinning you have, you're able to do that. So what you want to do is you want to start with Chatot and you want to start using that Mimic as soon as possible. A lot of decks right now are not playing too many regular item cards. Their decks are mostly clogged up with Pokemon and supporters, so they can't really play their hand down to get around the Mimic. And on our side, we're going to be taking advantage of cards like Old Amber, Helix Fossil, and Dome Fossil. We play 5 fossils. Really, the main reason why they're here is not only to be a bit of Sabrina protection, but you can just play down the fossil, discard it, play another one from your hand. You'll see me cycle through these fossils and just get them out of my deck so that Mimic finds me the cards I want more often. Again, you really just want to be mimicking into those Misties. You also have 2 Sabrina. Sabrina either for the late game to just win you the game, or Sabrina to slow your opponent down. This deck I have found is always like just 1 turn away from greatness. And we don't have Druddigon or anything like that to slow our opponents down. So Sabrina's really the only way to do it. We want to try to buy a turn off that Sabrina if our Misty didn't get us far enough ahead. Very simple deck. You just put the Chatot in the active, you try to evolve into your Gyarados, and you Mimic to find that Misty or other supporters you need. You get through your deck super quickly. It is, again, just a ton of fun to be playing as many cards as you are a turn and just churning through that deck. So let's go see how it performs. All right, here we go, going second with maybe a perfect start. Maybe a perfect start. We got the Chatot lead. We got a Fossil to burn. And we can either go Research or Misty on our first turn. It is Mewtwo. So Mewtwo's going to be able to get up there pretty quick. I mean, as long as Chatot avoids getting knocked out by a Giovanni play, we're going to get a few turns here to build up that Gyarados. And we are just playing the 1 Giovanni, so it's really going to be get through 1 Mewtwo and then probably Sabrina around a second one if that's how he wants to play it. He might just go for a Mew EX instead of trying to set up 2 Mewtwo. It's kind of difficult for Mewtwo to get 2 Mewtwo set up. Yeah, it just takes a little bit too much time, and we really just put our opponents on a kind of like a 4-turn timer. We usually say that, hey, we're gonna start doing what we want to within 4 turns. I mean, the Chatot's just gonna burn through a little bit of connection error. But, yeah, our Chatot's just going to burn through the deck. Well, he only has 3 cards in hand, and I have the Misty. So I think I just want to research first and hopefully find a basic off of this. Giovanni and X-Speed, neither too great for us, and we'll Pokeball. And that's why you want to research first, to try to avoid that happening. Now, because the rest of our hand is dead, we do just got to Mimic here. We do just got to Mimic. I should have burned that X-Speed. There's no reason to hold that X-Speed. That X-Speed should have been gone. We don't find it again, but our opponent was able to actually thin their hand fantastically. They didn't get a Psychic Pokemon off their Mythical Slabs. And they had a Pokeball and a Research to play. So that usually doesn't happen, but it did this time. It's a nice thing, too. If they try to Sabrina, I mean, we just can destroy it. Alright, so then we're going to Dome Fossil, discard, put the Old Amber down, do this, and now I guess we'll just put an energy on Chatot, but we gotta Mimic again. Our opponent's actually doing fine keeping his hand size down. This usually doesn't play like this. Our opponent's gotten pretty lucky to just have a lot of playable cards in his hand. Usually you can catch him because, I mean, there's not too many item cards going around anymore. A lot of decks are very trainer card focused. Okay, well, Chatot gets to live. So I'm happy about that. I think I'm even going to... Okay, so we get this. So we get to burn the Pokeball. I'm not going to bench double Magikarp, because that is a way for us to lose late game. I'm going to X-Speed, just burn that, get it out of the hand. And I'm going to retreat into this one and force the Giovanni yet again before my opponent can take prizes. I just want to delay as much as possible because I've got some attaching. Now that I finally have the Magikarp, I've got some attaching to do. We're going to get Sabrina, Misty, and Misty. Okay, that's fine. We got one Misty to use next turn. If we don't have a Gyarados EX, I'm going to... Is he really going to retreat? If he starts slowing himself down, I'm completely fine with that. I mean, I guess either way, this is just a net positive for him. It's a net positive for us. Because, yeah, we don't have Gyarados EX. So, alright, let's burn yet another fossil. We're going to Misty to the Magikarp. Hopefully it heads. Nothing? Okay. And I hate giving up second Misty here. But we're going to get 4 cards off this. And we need to find Gyarados EX. Either way, we've got a couple more turns. We should be able to get our Gyarados built up. He's already used the Sabrina, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. There's the other Misty. Because after this Chatot gets knocked out, I'm going to be able to send up my own Chatot. And assuming he doesn't have second Sabrina in hand, if he's even playing 2, we're just going to be able to discard that Dome Fossil. But he's not even going to do... Oh, buddy, you're giving me too much setup right now, man. There's Gyarados. I don't know what you're doing, man. You're giving me too much time. You don't have a way to one-shot this Gyarados. I'm just going to Misty to it. There's 1, 2. Stop, 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 stop. No, stop, stop. If he's playing the Jinx, I'm screwed. Oh, if he's playing the Jinx, I'm in trouble. How much is Jinx going to do? It's going to do 30 plus 120. I'm still fine. He's just going to concede. Buddy. Like, it wasn't... It was over, but it wasn't. I was not going to attack with Gyarados that turn. I was just going to Chatot again because I needed to find a Giovanni. I needed Giovanni in hand. All right, there's a dub there. 1 second here against a fellow Gyarados deck. All right. So I feel like our only way... to really beat this deck is to be faster than him. But if this Misty goes well for him, we're not going to be faster. Okay. Alright, he gets the tails. I don't have a way to get into Chatot besides just leap out, which is fine. Assuming this hits Chatot, of course. Okay, it does. Fantastic. So we're set up pretty nice for next turn. Using Sabrina here nets me nothing but another used card out of my deck. I think I'd rather wait to start using Sabrinas if this Magikarp becomes a Gyarados, and then I know I can stick it. But for now, this is okay. He also could have the advantage of Greninja fixing up math and making him be able to take a one-shot onto my Gyarados. Well, there's that, like I talked about. All right, no other basics? Okay, cool. So let's just trap this Gyarados in the active. Let's Pokeball. And whatever it is, I feel fine benching it, I think. Yeah, we'll discard. We'll bench this. We'll just play our hand down to 0. So bring up that Gyarados. He is now stuck in the active spot. And we do want more cards, so we're going to attach here and Mimic. And hopefully this will let us find some useful cards. We are only getting 3, so not as great as I would want. X-Speed, Misty, and a Magikarp. Cool. Cool, cool. This might turn into a game where we have to get out double Gyarados to have a chance here. But even if I could just get the first swing in with a Gyarados, I'll feel pretty good. So let's try this Misty. 1 heads. Just 1. All right, cool. That puts us in the lead of energy. That I'm fine with. So let's Old Amber. Then we'll bench the Helix Fossil, discard that. We'll waste the X speed. And we will bench the Magikarp. Because like I said, I feel like I want to go double Gyarados in this game. But he might even be out of luck. I mean, we're getting 4 cards here. Sadly, 2 fossils I can't play down. But I think next turn I'm just going to want to go in and swing. Am I? I have the unfortunate scenario of my opponent potentially... of me discarding from my own Gyarados. Yeah, I don't mind evolving here. Just if I discard from my own Gyarados and then he discards from my Gyarados next turn, you know, I'm kind of out of luck. We've gone through our entire deck. Our opponent still has 11 cards in deck, so that just shows you what kind of business we get up to. I don't know. Is it worth taking that risk? What? Am I gonna... If he takes 1 prize here, how bad does it hurt? We have Misty's in hand. Let's just go for it, man. Let's just go get this first swing in. What are the odds we get double discarded, right? What are the odds? Let's see where this first energy goes. Okay, first energy leaves us. Not great. Am I gonna get punished? Am I gonna get punished for something that is not... That is... I'm trying to put statistics in my favor, and sometimes this game doesn't care. It doesn't care. We lose the first one. After this, I mean, I guess we have a 50% chance to get bailed out by Misty, so just hope for it. Rampaging Whirlpool, yep. Okay, okay. Fantastic. Opponent can see. Alright, we take it down. We take down the other Gyarados. Our opponent didn't even want to see it through. There was a line for him. I don't know if he plays, if he has Giovanni or if he had it in hand, but I assume he plays Giovanni. If he had it, he could have hit me for 40 with that Frogadier and just kind of run off with the game then. Going first here with the perfect Chatot start. You love seeing the 50-50. He's just going to lead Tauros. Not great news for him. Of course, Tauros in a fighting deck. Yeah, it's something for sure. I'm going to Pokeball. So he's going to need Leaf plus Hitmonlee in order to knock out my Magic. There's no way, right? If he gets there, he gets there. Whatever. I have Gyarados in hand. I have to just do it now. This is the most likely time I'm going to have to avoid getting Hitmonlee. Like, I could go for double... Alright, there's research. So, we know we're good. Unless, of course, there's double X speed. Which would be an even bigger slap in the face than Leaf plus Hitmonlee. But we're going to be able to get into Gyarados next turn. It's really... As soon as you can survive that first turn, you feel pretty good. Alright, just an attachment to Tauros. Cool. Our opponent's given us too much time already. I'm not going to need this X speed, so we're just going to burn it. And I'm probably not going to need this Giovanni either. Gyarados is the only guy we got. So let's just do this so we can maximize thinning our deck. And we'll get 5 off this Mimic. And now it's just about finding the Misties. There's one. Cool. That's all we need. We just need the one for the turn. Well, there's the second one. I almost have no reason to Mimic next turn. Right? Like, we really don't need much in this game besides hitting our Misties. And he's only going to do 40 when he starts attacking with this Tauros, so we feel fine. Well, let's just thin. Discard that. Put down a second one. Pokeball. If it's a Chatot, I might bench it. It works out for us either way. Yeah, let's attach the Gyarados. Misty to it. See here? Alright, we got 1 heads. 2, 3. Oh boy. Do we just go in? Yeah, we do just go in. There's no reason not to. We hit the insane Misty. We just start attacking. Our opponent's got nothing on board to make us fearful. If he doesn't find another bench Pokemon, I Sabrina up that Mew and I feel fine. Discard from Gyarados, I expected that. It's cool. We're all in on this one Gyarados. But against fighting decks where they don't have I mean, he's really got nothing. Waiting for opponent to return. He might have just force closed the app. I'll be back when he returns. Well, we didn't get the instant win because our opponent didn't return in the allotted time. The game actually... Okay, there. You could have just let me get the knockout. Like, you made me wait all that time, and I'd still... Alright, whatever, man. That's how it goes. You see Misty for 3 heads onto a Gyarados, you leave. He's done with Pokemon Pocket for the day. Nothing makes me happier. Alright, let's get into some games with the Machamp variant. Machamp. I don't know. I just combined Machamp and Garchomp. Right there. It's Machamp. I get to... Ooh, oh no. Oh no. Okay. Articuno, a little bit scary. For sure. Now if we can just get into the Machamp quickly, I'm not going to be as afraid. But as of right now, the idea of a Misty's terrifies me. There's one bench Pokemon. Stop now. I want that. I want 5 cards. Stop. I want that 5 cards. That looks so nice. Yeah. All right. Ooh, and a research. Okay. All right. Let's get some Pokeballs. Let's get some basics. Research and another Machamp. Okay. So, like, this is such a good hand to not... I wouldn't even Mimic here. I would just attach to a Machop if I had it. But I don't. So we're going to Mimic. And go for 5 fresh ones. Even though his hand is, like, so good, dude. Research for next turn. All the evolutions. We just couldn't find the stupid... There you are. But we give him a choke. That's good. And 2 more fossils to burn. 1 Hitmonlee. Not going to be too... Oh, and just another research. Okay, we love that. We love that. We need time. We need time. Once we get into the Machamp, though, things are going to look pretty nice. Vaporeon, whatever. Whatever. Because, yeah, Hitmonlee's not going to be able to do much in this. Because I assume he's playing potions for sure. He's got the potions on deck. So I'm going to be able to do 120, but then he's just going to potion the damage off. Dude, we have everything. So we honestly don't even need to Mimic. Like, we found it. We found the whole squad. Why would I ever Mimic here? I wouldn't. There's no reason. Yo, maybe big brain play. Maybe next time I just go into the Machoke and swing. He does have the Vaporeon, though, so... Either way, he's going to be able to swing with 80 for something next turn. And if I get Leafed, plus retreat into something else, and then my Machamp gets hurt, I'm going to feel sad. Alright, well, you don't need to do all that. Cut that out. You don't need the energy. Stop it. Stop it. Or you do. Or you need 2 of them. Why not? Yeah, why not? Well, now we get knocked out to a Giovanni. Very fun. So, I can't risk getting Giovanni'd. I'm sorry, I just can't. If I get Giovanni'd, it's just GG's. GG's, it's all over. We'll just attach the Machoke, I guess. Pokeball. Dig out either the bird or the thing. Dinosaur. What is this guy? Dinosaur man? Duck-billed man? I think he's like a duck man, right? That's Machamp's idea. He's a duck man. What is this guy? Why have I never considered? What is he? A swole duck person? That's all I got. It's the only thing he resembles in the animal kingdom. Is a man and a duck. Okay, so we get blizzarded here. I mean, whatever. Do we care that much? Yeah, we kind of care. How much HP am I going to have after this? I've taken 20. Well, he's not going to be able to... Right? He's going to do 60 plus 80. I will live. I will live an attack from both this Articuno and a Vaporeon, if that's the route he wants to go. But other than that, things are getting kind of scary. I mean, we get a Mega Punch for 80. Or, sorry, 120. Really on our opponent with what he has next. He only has 6 cards left in deck, so if he's playing Leaf plus other basics, I assume we're going to see him. I wouldn't be surprised to see a retreat into another Articuno here. But if he doesn't, If he doesn't have it, he can go into Vaporeon and swing, I guess. No, I think the play here would still be just swing with Articuno. Yeah, swing with Articuno, and then hopefully next turn you find it, because I only have 80 HP left. I'm going to get knocked out by whatever anyways. Or... no, I can't do it. I still get knocked out no matter what. And all I'm trying to avoid is getting knocked out by the, by another Articuno, so it really doesn't matter. We just have to Mega Punch here. Go from there. Here comes the Vaporeon. If we don't see a retreat into an Articuno, we're fine. This is not a deck you expect to see. This isn't... it's a deck you'll find on the ladder, but it's not a real deck. Okay. Alright. We win. Not a deck you should be expecting to see. It's just at a range of Machamp taking a one-shot on it, or really setting up for any one-shots, and it's pretty quick. So, not something you're expecting to run into. Probably shouldn't have won that, but we did.